Oh boy. What's up, everyone? Denver here, bringing you another video game review. And for the few people that are going to watch this, I hope you enjoy. There are going to be spoilers in it, but the embargo has been lifted. Now, those of you who do know me know that I am a huge Naughty Dog fanboy. I love just about everything they put out. The Uncharted games are my favorite games of all time, and The Last of Us Part 1 also was one of my favorite games of all time. The writing and the characters and the story in that are second to none. So I was super excited for The Last of Us Part 2 despite the leaks. So we're going to dive in and see what I thought of it. I put 28 hours into this game, and I'm close to a platinum, actually. I just don't know if I have it in me to go back and get the remaining collectibles that I'm missing. Let's dive in. So the game picks up years later after the original, and Joel and Ellie are now in an established community living out as normal lives as they can.
Guess I was wrong. Turns out you do.
And then, obviously, guys, there's going to be spoilers in this review because soon after, like an hour into the game, the character we all wanted to play as is killed. And then this pretty much becomes an average cliched revenge story with no real payoff in the end. A large majority of the game you will spend exploring Seattle, which is very well done. The environments are beautiful, the graphics are absolutely stunning, the lighting, sound, everything is practically perfect. Scavenging does get a bit tedious. This sort of reminds me of like Friday the 13th, the game when you play a survivor, where you'll spend the majority of your time just wandering around opening drawers. It does slow the game down quite a bit, and you will spend a lot of time reading. A lot of the collectibles they're called artifacts, but they're basically in their notes. Then a lot of the story is told that way. So if you really want to know about everything and really be immersed, you're going to spend a large portion of this game reading as well. With that being said, the combat in this game is really, really fun. The stealth mechanics work really well. You can go prone now. The addition of the rope is fun. You get to use that in a handful of sections, little puzzles to figure out how to continue. Like environmental puzzles where you'll figure out where to throw the rope. All of that is a welcome addition, for sure.
I don't know what happened.
Me neither. So for the entire second half of the game, you play as Abby, which, you know, is fine if she was a likable character or had any redeeming qualities. The game tries really hard to make you like her because she pets dogs and she saves a kid. But she's just not a very likable character, and her entire crew are very unlikable characters, and frankly, I couldn't wait for them to be disposed of and just get back to playing as Ellie. The gameplay with Abby is fun. I mean, she's a brute. I mean, she just smashes people, which is, you know, the gameplay is fine. It's fun. The problem comes with the pacing of this. When you start to play as Abby, it comes to a crawl, an absolute crawl. Especially when basically you're doing this side quest. It's like a really long side quest where you meet these two kids, you save them. You become attached to them for some reason, and you spend a lot of part of the game going back and forth, getting medical supplies for them, trying to find them when they run away, trying to find their mom. And it just takes away, really, from the main point of this story. And the pace just really comes to almost a halt. So if you listen to shill outlets like IGN, they'll tell you that if you have any problem with the game whatsoever, even for legitimate reasons, then you're a homophobe or you're this or that. I don't pay any attention to IGN because they're a joke anyway. But I could care less that Abby has big muscles or that kid up there is transgender or that Ellie's gay. I really don't care. As long as the story is good and the characters are well written, which is where the game falls. One of the problems I have with the game is there seems to be some plot holes and continuity issues, as in reference to the first game, where Ellie and Joel really don't act like Ellie and Joel whatsoever. They act like the polar opposite of their character. Which I understand some time has passed and things have changed, this and that, but it's just a total 180 on their personalities, and Joel would never give information like that to complete strangers, and Joel would never want Ellie to go back after Abby yet a second time after Ellie and Dean have established a nice life together, and Tommy shows up and demands that she goes back after her and give up the nice life she created for herself. Joe would never want that. So for 30 hours you were waiting to get to this moment where Ellie can finally get justice on Abby for killing him.
Abby?
The whole game is based on this. You find her tied up, and what do? You rescue her, she bites your fingers off, and you let her go. Yeah. Joel. So in closing, sound design, voice acting, graphics, all top-notch as I expect from Naughty Dog. The stealth mechanics work well. The gameplay is really fun. The combat's really fun. The weapon variety and the bombs you get to use, especially the exploding arrows, they're the best, as I showed you earlier. All really, really good. But the game is weighed down really by some really bad pacing issues, some really long, boring parts, unlikable characters, continuity issues. Bring it down for me. So the final score for me for The Last of Us Part 2, coming from a Naughty Dog fanboy, is going to be a disappointing 6 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you can give it a thumbs down. And I have not brought videos out in a while, guys. I've gone through a rough time in my life with divorce and some other things, and I'm trying to get back on the horse, as Joel is at the moment. And I'm going to try and start bringing you guys more videos. And yeah, believe it or not, some videos other than Dead by Daylight. I'm trying to branch out into other things. You can leave in the comments what videos you want to see, more game reviews, movie reviews, or more Dead by Daylight videos. I'll do whatever my subscribers want. And until then, we will talk to you next time.